what to do. So, it just made me understand that I'm not by myself. And I should never look at someone and be like, oh, they're doing better than me. Because they could look like they're doing better than me and not necessarily be doing better than me. So that was
Oh,
a
that's a
lesson.
good lesson right there.
Great lesson. I met the most awesome people who I still, keep in touch with. So that was my first investment, and I was already 5 years in.
Yeah, I've one of the things I've been finding is a lot of people say like they wish I would have invested in a coach sooner. Like, I've been hearing that quite a bit. And I myself, like, I didn't even really think about it. I mean, I guess I knew they existed, but I guess I didn't think I needed one because I've grown up in corporate and I have a business degree and I have an MBA, but it doesn't mean squat if you have never owned your own small business, period. Because you do what you do, somebody else has already been doing that for the last 100 years. They're teaching you how to do it. There's SOPs, there's all the things, right? There's training and all when you come up in a large company. There's always somebody who is going to teach
Right.
you what to do.
Yes. That was the
You have to
biggest
make
thing for me.
everything up
Yeah.
on your own when it's your company. Everything is from scratch.
That is true. That is why it's so important to have community. I literally have my own Facebook group. This is my second one. And I also have founding members in that group who I can go to get advice. And then I still have my volunteer team, which is my wise counsel. So no matter what, I can tell them anything. I tell everybody everything, but I
Yeah.
can literally get feedback and I can cry. I don't cry in front of nobody.
Yeah.
I was raised in the Army, but we don't cry. But like
Yeah.
literally, I can cry in front of them.
What kinds of things do you guys help each other out with?
Like we co-work every day. So
Oh, for real?
yes,
That's amazing.
we're on Zoom, and we're doing our own things. And we like to keep it light. So do what you want. You can either have your camera on, camera off. You can have yourself on mute or not on mute. You can intermittent the two. Usually I'm in here because I work full time here. Then I have my business over here. So I mean, usually I take my meetings and they're on mute. I do work and sometimes my music is playing. I'm always eating something. So, it is whatever you need. If you have a question, you just ask it. There are so many of us with varied experiences and niches that we could give you the answer. So, I mean, it just
Wow.
prevents me from being lonely and it provides
Absolutely.
options on my thought process.
So is that a paid group that you have there, or is it just
No.
and everything is volunteer and you guys are just together for just mutual enrichment?
Yes, the whole premise of the group is to support each other with shared knowledge and collaborations, partnerships, and just be there for each other. That's the whole
I
premise,
think
and
that's a
it is
great business
all
model.
completely free. But yeah, everyone tells me it's the worst because they're like, "How do you make money?" We do make money based on events, but the events are low cost because someone just starting their business can't afford their lot, but
Yeah,
they need the
that's right.
information. And so that's the whole premise. So the community is literally getting ready to go into a nonprofit status because I want to be able to provide those things. And with the certifications, I could possibly get grant money to make sure it happens. Whereas the events will stay the S Corp. And hopefully we will make money off those things.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. Well, you know what? Look, as those people build themselves up with your help, that's not to say that they won't buy from another one of your businesses down the
Right.
line.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe they're going to need a VA,
Yeah, and I
once
mean,
their work
I
begins to
have a wide
overwhelm them.
network. Yeah, I have a wide network of virtual assistants. I have a wide network, period. I mean, like I have really taken to the corporate route of being a small business owner. I go to events. I mean, I've been to Atlanta to the BET Enterprise Disruptor Summit.
Ooh.
I am a part of the USBC Black Chamber and I am buyback certified. And so I've been to DC to different events and I meet people there. I've been to the another Black Enterprise event in it was an entrepreneurship summit in Philadelphia. So like I go to events that I feel align with me and they will also align with what I want to do. I volunteer with groups. I'm on the Administrative Professionals Conference. That's a conference every year. I'm on the advisory board. I volunteer with a local networking incubator. So I mean, I align with people who I feel like they mimic what my goals are,
Yeah.
because I can learn from you and I can also provide things for you. And it also gives me a network of people who could speak at my events because my events are all about showing
Oh,
you where you could go. You know, 'cause I didn't
okay.
see me. So the point is for you to see you.
Ooh, I
So,
love
all
it.
those people that I meet, I engage with them, I do things with them, I do things for them. And in return, I'll be like, do you mind hosting a 30-minute session? Or would you like to be a speaker at my event? And that's how I get done.
Because you've been
On a
taking care
bootstrap.
of them because you take care of everybody.
On a bootstrap. So yes.
I mean, I think people don't realize that if you just dedicate yourself to serving others without asking for anything in return, you end up getting things in return.
Yes.
Not you
I'm
know, that's
so
not why
glad.
you're supposed to do it. That's not the
Right.
point.
Yeah, I
But
am
that
so
is
glad.
what happens. Every once in a while, you're gonna need something, and people are gonna be like, "Well, you helped me, so let me help you." Like you were saying with your volunteer staff. Like I'm sure you've filled their cups up many times, and that's why they wanted to help you when you were, struggling a little bit or whatever.
Yeah, one of our posts we just did, I asked each one of them to tell me why they volunteered. And it literally had me in tears. I mean, it
Oh,
had me in tears. Like I met this one girl at the Black Enterprise Summit, and she lives in New York. I live in Virginia, and she literally joined my group that day in Philly. And then 2 years later, she's on my volunteer team, and she was like, I literally loved her from day one. I loved her mission. I loved her personality. And that was like, oh my God, I just thought we was cool. But like, so those testimonials as to why they chose to volunteer with me was awesome.
that sounds amazing. I mean, I just want to be you when I grow up. I just want to be whenever I've really been thinking about starting a Facebook group.